Well, it's been a minute, Adam.
It's been many, many minutes.
It's been a few minutes since we've done a podcast. We set out with this intention. We were going to do 52, one a week. And then we took about a 3-week hiatus.
It's hunting season.
It's hunting season. Yeah.
Did not factor that one into the...
Yeah. I've kind of lived on the road a little bit.
A little bit is an understatement.
Yes, sir. It's like I host a national hunting TV show, and I have to go and film.
Yeah, it's like there's things to be shot, because without them, there's no TV show.
Well, and usually, let's just be honest with you, I'm not the one that carries the load around here. All right, that's where those pro staffers and field staffers come into play for us. So thankful for them.
They do a lot of the legwork.
They do a lot of the legwork because I'm not that good of a hunter. Let's just be honest with you. Right?
I'm not gonna.
I know. You're the luckiest. You're the luckiest hunter in the world.
I don't see what the big deal is.
I'm 1 for 3 on trips right now. And the only one that I was successful on, you were there.
There you go.
So that
Lucky Charms.
That ought to be the old Lucky Charms.
The old Lucky Charm.
Speaking of Lucky Charms, you're about half the man you used to be.
Yeah,
people want to know.
This escalated quickly.
What are you weighing right now?
I weigh 195.
195?
195.
Wow.
This morning I weighed the lightest I've ever weighed.
Not ever.
Ever.
Your mom didn't give birth to you at 196.
Yeah, since it would be concerning. Let's just say it that way.
Okay.
So, when I was a freshman in high school and I showed you that picture.
Yeah.
The Mighty Mighty Panthers of Putnam North. I was 198, 199, just like right at 2.
Yeah.
So that was the lightest since I was 16 years old.
Well, you're wearing a parka, so
I am.
You can definitely tell the cold weather's affecting you a little bit.
The insulation is gone.
Yeah, you're missing it. Do you feel it? Can you tell?
Yes and no. There's times that I have felt like, I really like.
Do you got that loose skin thing going on yet?
I haven't really had that. No.
Okay.
Well, maybe is that I can't tell if it's just still the residual fat, or maybe it is the skin thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like I've got.
Take your shirt off right now.
I'm
just kidding. I don't want to see that.
There's some things you can't unsee.
Exactly, and that is one of them. Adam shirtless.
That is.
But I've been on the road a bunch. I went to Wyoming, antelope hunted. Came home empty-handed. First time I've ever done that. So that wasn't great.
That was rough.
But I came back, was home for a few days. Also, speaking engagements kind of kicked back up, so that's been going on. So I've been traveling and speaking too. But we went to New Mexico, and I arrowed a freaking giant bull elk.
Shot the elk.
It was an unbelievable hunt.
It was an unbelievable hunt. And then you've been gone for...
Well, so then I came home from doing that, and then home like 3 days, and then 4 days.
Yeah.
Something like that. How long were we gone? And then we went to Florida.
Yeah, we went to Florida. We got back.
We went to Florida, did a Stingray episode, which is fixing to air.
Is probably one of my favorite episodes we have ever done. It is so good.
It's fun.
It is just so good.
You tried to take over the show.
It's all part of the...
You tried to take over.
It's part of just trying to create drama.
Okay.
Trying to create drama.
So you're saying it was all for TV and it wasn't like you legitimately going, I'm the host of the show.
I have 100% zero desire. 100%.
Hey, guess what?
It took you 2 years to get me to do a podcast.
Yeah. No, you don't want to host. I will say this. I have zero desire to produce the show.
Yeah. Yes.
And you know what? I'm afraid sometimes you have the same.
Somebody's got to take out the trash. Somebody's got the choice. Someone's got to clean the toilet.
But here's the deal.
Not that the show's a toilet, but
I mean, there's been a couple episodes.
Sometimes they're pretty crappy.
There's been a couple episodes we were disappointed in. There hasn't really been any this season, though. Would you say there's been an episode that
we had a really audible episode 13, but it's turned out to be a really good.
Okay, well, I'm taking your word for it because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean,
and you know what? Episode 13 is a lot. So we do 13 episodes a year.
Yeah.
Episode 13, I don't even care.
Yeah, at that point we're phoning it in pretty hard.
We really are. But I think it's going to be good. We have really good interviews for it. That was a fun day.
That was a lot of fun. The interviews are fun. Not
we
all
went out and
of
shot
them
our
are-
JTS shotguns, and it was me, you, and your brother, and we set it
Yeah.
up. And
We had to go shoot a bunch of clay pigeons for TV.
Oh, I know.
It was
a
really
tough-
hard.
it
We
was
had to
tough
shoot
day
a
of
whole
work.
box.
Tough day of work.
Just for
The problem is you
sacrifice.
can't find shells.
No.
That
And we had those super light loads.
yeah
And that was also fun.
yeah.
No shotgun-like shooting.
Do you notice how
Super
dark
light.
that middle camera is on us?
Something happened to it, I think.
Why is it adjusting itself? Do you see it changing right now?
Yeah, I don't know. We might have to go and change it at some point, or we just roll with it. It may be because of the screen back there.
You think?
Yeah, I think I set it to auto because I was going full on lazy. I just was like full auto. Don't care.
Episode 13.
Episode 13. First podcast in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Most people listen, right?
I don't know. Probably.
How many views do we get on this stuff?
Not enough. Not enough.
Not enough to justify setting up cameras.
Probably not. Look, it's completely black now.
What if I do this? That's what it is.
It did it before. It rolled back when you didn't do it before.
Well,
I got to sneeze. Oh gosh, snuck up on
I'm
me.
glad you didn't do that in the mic.
Oh, it killed you.
You would have been in the same boat.
Anyway, so Stingray episode was so much fun. Florida
Yeah.
did that, and then I went to North Carolina and I bear hunted with the guys from Thorn, and they were just like, I'm trying to get my North Kakalaki accent. Man, we got black bear, man. We got black bear coming out the mine. I'm so many black bear, man. We can't even hold it down, boy. So many black bear. You may get killed walking into the stand. There's so many black bear right there. I tell you what, boy. And so they tell me all these black bear they got. So I show up. I hunt a week. Guess how many black bears I saw?
You saw a plethora.
I saw 0. I did not see a black bear the entire time I was there. Though we did have a full moon, it was really bad. But Scott Nice, the one-eyed wonder, who works for Thorn. Some of you guys, if you've seen the episode, seen Scott's been around. Great friend, but he does have one eye. He lost it tragically as a child.
See, I've never heard this. I would love to hear.
I was like, I think he got hit
the
by
story.
a dart, maybe. I can't remember. I think somebody hit him in the face with a dart or a stick or something, and
He probably wouldn't stop talking. That's why.
Probably was. And then, but Scott and Roy, my nemesis, Roy Lasagna
Lasagna
Stouffer.
The Stouffer
His last
himself.
name's Stouffer, so I call him Lasagna. Him and Scott flew in behind me, and they fly in, and they actually got there the day that was my last day of hunting. And so as I was flying out that afternoon, it was their first sit. And Scott goes into a stand that I had sat for 26 hours. He sat there an hour and a half and shot a bear.
Yeah.
Now here's the deal: is it me?
Probably.
It probably is. He was there an hour and a half and he shot a bear.
I think it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Well, it definitely crumbled that way for me.
It crumbled. Unfortunately, you had a stale old cookie.
Man, we hunted hard. Me and Heath hunted hard. We hunted really hard, and then the next day, Roy kills one. Like they were there. Them jack wagons didn't sit a total of 4 hours, and they both have killed bears. And I'm over here. I sat like 30 something hours altogether. Nothing. Didn't even see a bear. The biggest critter I saw a bobcat try to kill a squirrel.
That's kind of cool.
It was kind of cool. We got a little bit of footage of it.
Oh, cool.
That's the extent of it, bro. I didn't see anything. And then we jumped into muzzleloader season and bow season here in Oklahoma, and I guided a muzzleloader hunt from our ministry banquet. Didn't get it done. Wind blew 50 million.
4 million miles an hour.
It was horrible.
And we also learned that there was not a great connection made on your incoming water.
Oh my gosh. So our hunting cabin out in western Oklahoma, we had a toilet leak. So we're not at the house very often.
No.
Through the summer. In the fall we are.
Yeah. But it's
I'll be there
mostly,
today.
Yeah.
But there's a girl that cleans the house for me, and she discovered a toilet leaking. Completely ruined the subfloor. A mess. So Adam, because I'm super handy. I'm a handy man.
I'm not a smart man.
Listen, if it involves, we talk about this on the podcast all the time. Stay in your lane, bro.
Stay in your lane.
My lane is nothing handy.
Yeah, if you want to see Brad get upset, angry, mad, any of the above, frustrated.
Make a Christian man say some cursed words.
If you want to see
hand me a drill.
Give him a drill or a hammer or...
man, really it's a socket set or a wrench. It's really a wrench.
Is that the thing?
Oh.
Is that the trigger?
Stupid.
So the thought of you having
2021, can we not find a better method to do this crap than a nut and a bolt?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, forgot the washer. Forget it. I ain't going back at this point. You know what I mean? How important is that washer? I don't even think they're that important. You know?
I'm second guessing sitting in any tree stand out there now.
Anyway, moving on. No, but we did have a water leak. You and a buddy named Kevin.
Yeah.
Came out and helped us work on it. His son Austin was a big help too.
Yeah.
He slept the whole time.
He slept most of it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody has to do it. Anyway, got the leak stopped. We got to get a whip key. Boyd,
man himself.
Boyd Whip Key.
Yes.
To come out and do some work. But anyway, we went to turn the water back on.
Yeah,
on the line.
There's some context to it because we're down in the hole.
Yeah, y'all are underneath.
We are in
house.
the subfloor, standing in
mud,
4 inches of mud.
Yeah,
and we had at that point we've been taking subfloor that was old and throwing it on the ground just so we could try to remedy some of our. I was like, hey, where'd Adam go? Oh, he's sinking to the earth.
I know. Just think if you were back to 250, how fast you'd have sank.
He's gone
to 195.
Adam's in China.
Exactly.
Just went all the way through.
It fell through the core.
And so we're down in this muck, cleaning everything, and every pipe we touched
broke.
It just snapped.
Oh, yeah. Just old pipe.
It's just old CPVC, just stuff that's brittle. And so it's a typical renovation project. You know, it's one thing leads to another.
I know.
Thing.
You know me. I do a lot of renovating.
I know. That's why I'm telling you, like, you should have the context.
Okay.
So, but at the end of the day, we got everything kind of patched up. But there were a few times where we were like, "Oh, water's coming out, and you're like, "What do I need to do?" But when we were about to turn the water on, we both looked at each other like, you know. He's going to he's going to say, oh, we got a leak.
You and Kevin.
Me and Kevin are in there, and I'm like, oh, he's going to say we got a leak, blah, blah, blah. And so you turn the water on, and we hear, shh, and I'm like, oh, Austin's in there, and he turned the sink on or something. And you're going, oh, we got a leak.
Sink.
Yeah.
Called the Raiden Fire Department to bring a fire hose in there, bro.
And so then, because where we were, all we could hear was, shh.
And I'm in there, I'm like, we got a leak. We got a leak.
And
we got a bleeder.
We go, okay, we got a leak. And he's like, no, big leak. And I run around the corner and see what looks like, the Raiden Fire Department has stuck a 4-inch fire hose up into the bottom of that subfloor and was just blasting the entire closet full of water.
Oh, yeah. It's bad.
And Brad, where is the water shutoff located?
Well, I got to go to my grandma's house.
Where is
it's a pump? It's about a half a mile. I drove 120 mile an hour. That Fowler Dodge pickup was screaming down 1720 road in Roger Mills County.
Scratching third.
We did, buddy. I got her there, and I got the water shut down.
And I'm the only thing that I figured out how to do to stop the bleeding,
because it wasn't fixed, but just made it better.
Made it not as full on vein open. Was I had the top of the pipe and the bottom of the pipe, and I was forcing them together the whole time that you were gone. And so while you were gone, you went to the first location and you shut it off, and so like the pressure down there began to subside. And so I was like, okay, he's there.
Well, I messed up. So I messed up.
He got it.
I needed to turn the whole breaker system off, but I just turned a valve. And so I turned the valve off, and I was like, all right, it's off. And then I was like, wait, the whole system's still running, but it can't pump the water anywhere. And I was like, that could be bad. So I opened it back up.
And by that time, my defenses had subsided. So I'm thinking, oh, we're okay. And Kevin's like, oh, he must have shut the water off. Oh, this is okay. And then right about then,
she come back.
Here she comes again. And I'm going, oh, it's not over. It's not over. At this point, like, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't hold it back anymore. And I'm just
soaked, bro. But then I walked out and I pulled the breaker and I got it shut down.
You got it done. We get the moral of the story is,
don't let Brad be a
don't
part of
send
it.
that guy.
Yeah, don't send me. Don't do it, man. It's not my lane, bro. Like, it's just not. It's just not my thing. So, obviously, this podcast is brought to you by Deer Camp Coffee.
Yes, it is.
But
our centerpiece.
Guess what, buddy?
What is that?
Deer Camp is doing something more than just coffee.
Oh, is that?
And I brought it.
Okay.
For you.
For to have me. It's for.
Not to have you for.
I was going to say.
I brought it for you to try, and I want your first attempt. I haven't opened it either. This is our first run at it.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We have Deer Camp.
Oh, my.
We have gone full-blown Deer Camp jerky. This is deer jerky.
Is it deer jerky?
It's deer jerky. All right?
Wow.
I'm gonna let you be the maiden voyage into this. What if it's horrible?
I've become kind of a jerky connoisseur here.
Yeah, so I've heard. I feel very left out. I feel very left
things
out.
Things have escalated dramatically.
I feel very left out. You and Brett Whip Will.
Well, I asked you about it, and you went, "I don't know about that deal. I don't know."
I needed you to convince me, not move on without me.
I didn't move on with that either. We're still in phase. I
feel like. Hold on. What's the smell? Let's give it a little.
Smells like smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Smells like smoke.
Okay.
It is moist.
It is moist, which is not a bad thing.
We got a good break on it.
I'm going for a nice flavor, not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's not bad at all.
No, that's pretty good. I was hungry too. I haven't had breakfast.
I've had a bar. That's what I've had. I wonder if they're smoking it or if they're liquid smoking it.
No.
Because that's the number one thing I taste in it is that smokiness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good though. It's excellent.
I would eat it.
Well, you are, so yeah, I believe it.
I am.
It's good. So anyway, guys, Deer Camp Coffee, they're our official beverage sponsor of the old.
They should make a
podcast.
A coffee jerky.
That'd be kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
A little coffee flavor. I'm gonna do another piece.
I've had coffee jerky before.
Yeah.
Nothing like people smacking in your ear.
People driving down the road, listening to you.
Is that ketchup? Mustard?
Also, by the way, we recently had to judge a chili contest.
Nothing like coming fresh off a really restrictive diet and just pounding 15 bowls of chili.
So I spoke at Ardmore, Oklahoma, Emmanuel Baptist Church men's event. Had a chili cook-off. Had a great crowd. It was a lot of fun.
It was a good time.
And they asked me and Adam to judge the chili. So we ate. Both of us been on this diet. I've lost almost 40 pounds. And I've lost more because I just cut off all my hair. If you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
My hair's gone. No more Morgan Wallen mullet.
No.
It's gone. I mean, like gone.
Back down to normal.
Normality. I'm back, baby. It got cold. I cut it off. Didn't make sense. Should have done it the other way. Anyway. But they asked us to judge their chili cook-off. And so me and Adam have been on this very strict diet, all that stuff, and we dive in, and we had to eat like 15 bowls of chili. And
I hadn't had anything remotely close to the flavor profile of you know there's going to be a point after the story that I'm going to pause this, and I've got a bag of jerky out in the truck. We can have a little taste test comparison.
Oh, is that your jerky that you made?
It's not one of the better ones, but it's just an experimental version.
All right, sounds good. I'm down. Anyway, so we judged a chili contest.
And I hadn't had anything like that.
Right, so we eat like 15 bowls of chili, and then we got to drive to Coleman, Texas. We got to drive 4.5 hours after I speak. So we get there like at 1 a.m.
It was not well thought out.
Oh,
the smells that were emanating from that vehicle.
Next day, it started then.
It was almost immediate.
It really was for both of us.
Like that was like someone dropping a brick in a well. Just straight to the bottom.
It's true. But the next day, your gut.
Oh,
Well, then we went and ate at that breakfast place. What's the name of that breakfast place?
El Taquito or something like that.
El Taquito. I mean, it's a hole in the wall in Coleman, Texas.
Mexican burrito, breakfast burritos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't get us wrong.
It's excellent.
It's excellent.
Yeah, it's sketchy.
Oh, it's right up my alley.
Oh, yeah. There's a, hey,
Speaks my language.
Hey, we got our food, and let me tell you how good the food is. A DUI can't keep you away. Right?
I forgot about that.
I mean, a suspended license will not keep you away.
No, you will not.
As I'm backing out, what pulled in, Adam?
Old lawn tractor.
Oh, God, his lawnmower.
Old Craftsman lawn tractor.
Dude pulls in.
Bright red.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Dude pulls in his lawnmower to get out and get him a breakfast burrito. He was not going to let that DUI hold him
I don't even know if them blades could stop spinning. I think he had them full torque the whole time. He's just sitting there blowing rocks all over people's cars.
He needed that burrito, man.
Sometimes you just got to go.
Sometimes you just do what you got to do. Anyway, but that next day, dude, your gut was at a level I had yet to ever experience.
It was rancid.
I made a TikTok.
Oh gosh.
And it's just me gagging because Aunt Gaggy showed up immediately.
Oh, it was.
If you guys don't know, I don't do smells. I get very, very. I struggle with the smell, and it hit me hard.
That's a real nice way to say it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's as nice as it's gonna get.
Yeah,
it was bad. Anyway, so we've had a lot of adventures since over the last 3 weeks. I feel like since we've done a podcast, man, like that's a lot. We just talked about 20 minutes worth of things,
just stuff of life that's happened.
Mm-hmm. It's happened quick,
and it felt like a blur, too.
No doubt.
Like it felt like a complete blur.
Absolutely, no doubt. Just a whirlwind of a blur that has transpired. And we've had some successful hunts. We'll talk about some of those. But before I dive into that, I got this really cool thing in the mail that I'm so excited about.
It's upside down.
Oh, my gosh.
What are we doing here?
Amateur hour.
What are we doing
here? You see what
here?
this is?
That is a Reveal 5K?
Dude, the new Reveal cam. Okay. All right. This dude. Okay. Look at this sucker.
It has a built-in solar?
Built-in solar. Okay.
Really?
This is built-in. All right. Built-in solar panel on the top. Bad to the bone. I just got this, and I'm so excited about it.
Why is that?
Because for most people, the Reveals are awesome because they don't take 5,000 pictures a day. Our deer population in western Oklahoma is so outrageous that we take so many pictures. We burn through a lot of batteries, and they do have solar panels for the older models.
Yeah,
but they've been out of stock on those. So I'm trying to get some of those. But this right here is a game changer, bro.
No, that's awesome.
It's a game changer. So I'm so excited about it.
That is really cool.
So that just came in the mail. Just got one.
I'm
so
really
excited.
Yeah,
that's big
cool.
time. That's big time. But we did have a really cool thing that's happened. It didn't happen to me because I'm not that good of a hunter. Once again, but the biggest deer that's ever been killed on Final Descent Outdoors has already been taken and ready to go for season 12, which will air next July.
That's awesome.
Johnny Maxwell. They call him Randy. You know why they call him Randy?
No, I don't know. I've never heard the story.
He plays guitar and apparently sounds just like Randy Travis when he sings.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm digging up bones. I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone.
I need to hear that.
Alone,
well, when we shoot their interviews, I'm just gonna yank a guitar out all of a sudden and be like, "Hey,
I need you to play this.
I'm gonna need you to play this."
I gotta eat another piece of this beef jerky because it is delicious.
That's deer jerky.
I mean, deer. Did I say deer jerky?
Yeah. No, you said beef jerky,
okay.
but it is deer jerky.
It is deer jerky. It's really good.
Anyway, you slid it way over there for some reason.
Because I'm trying to. That's why it's called friendship. 195. Trying to keep you there.
Okay.
Here, you can have food.
Thank you.
All right, welcome, buddy.
I thought you would be like, "Here, you can have a piece." Just kidding.
So Johnny Maxwell, one of our staffers, hunts with Paul Powers. Paul's on a podcast, which we got a ton of requests to have Paul back, apparently. Not only is he good at deer hunting, but he's good at podcasting.
They just want to hear you guys speak Roger Mills some more.
Man, I did that time when I hooked you in the back of the head. Man, I hooked you in the back of the I hooked you in the back of the head with that meth spinner, boy. Better in the back of your brain, boy. I tell you.
Dang it, Bobby.
Bobby, how are you failing English? You speak English.
You speak English.
Anyway, Paul and Johnny, their place kind of in South Central Oklahoma. They got picture of this deer the week before, trying to figure out where he's coming from, and they found it, went in, threw a setup, climbed immediately in it, and the Joker stood up 70 yards from him. And they didn't get him that night, but they came back in the next night, got like 28 minutes of footage of him. He's just beautiful. I mean, this is a giant deer. And anyway, Johnny smoked him, man. Johnny smoked him, ran thorn broadhead through him. He did not make it far. And what's cool about it is that the story of Johnny is incredible.
Oh yeah.
So Johnny is in good shape, man. I mean, he's for his age, he's in really good shape. Plays golf, very active. Had a Widowmaker heart attack a couple years ago. I mean, we almost lost him.
Oh yeah.
He has a I don't know.
He runs off batteries.
Right. So he's like plugs in, like at night he plugs himself into the wall.
Yeah.
To stay alive. Because his heart, he's on a transplant list, waiting for a transplant. Crazy deal, wild situation. Anyway, so his heart, isn't working. Plugs into a wall, has to take batteries with him, and then Paul jokingly is like, if a big buck comes out and them batteries need switched and it starts beeping at you, I'm just going to leave you here.
Just going to unplug you.
I'm just going to unplug you. And we're going to get that deer killed. And if you're alive once the deer's dead, then we'll go from there. He's joking.
And his wife's out there, and you're like, unplug him or shoot him one, either.
That's right.
Wow.
Poor Johnny. But they hunted a buck a couple years ago. What was his name? It was a number.
59.
59. They hunted a buck named 59, which is Paul's biggest deer. Scored 196.
He's
officially.
a monster.
Absolute giant deer. And that was Johnny's deer.
Yeah.
And Paul was trying to get Johnny on it, but the problem was Johnny just couldn't walk very far.
He couldn't make it in.
Yeah, he's so weak after his surgeries and a heart attack, he just couldn't get in. And Paul knew where he's coming from, and Johnny told him, says, you go in there and you kill him. And so he went in there, and sure enough, Paul Powers, no tree stand, no pop-up blind, shooting a compound bow, sits on the ground underneath the tree. That buck steps out at 18 yards, quartering away, and he ran broadhead through him and watched him drop. Just incredible. He kills a deer, comes back out, meets Johnny at the side-by-side because Johnny didn't have to walk very far where he hunted. He comes, he sets his bow down. He says, I shot him. And he says, I felt sick because that was Johnny's deer. And, they both cried. And what's cool is in that episode, which will be, we got to add it in, but Paul, in that they're both crying on camera, and I'm boo-hooing doing the interviews. That was the last night in your house. Remember that? We did those interviews in your house in Bethany.
Yeah, it was.
There was a last night in that house.
It was.
We had a fire going.
We did.
Yep. It was an empty living room.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, surprisingly, we didn't hear any gunshots in the background.
No, it was a pleasant night in Bethany, Oklahoma.
Adam used to live in the hood.
Yes.
10th and Rockwell.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Little bit rough.
Little bit of rough. Super good sketchy food places. But anyway.
Yes.
But Paul makes a promise in that episode when we did the interviews. He says, I promise you I'm going to get Johnny a Boone and Crockett buck. Johnny didn't kill a Booner. And he's like, I promise you I'll get you a Boone and Crockett buck.
You can take that to the bank.
And he says, you can take that to the bank. And by gosh, Paul Powers delivered. So I plan on going and being around Paul and having a significant injury so that he'll make a promise to me to do that because I have yet to kill a Boone and Crockett whitetail.
Yeah. And what's so cool about that, I remember right when they sent us those pictures and stuff, all of those memories just came flooding back to us and going.
Well, you reminded me of it while we were driving the car. They shot him the night that we did the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
How ironic is that?
I know. And I got on there and I pulled up that episode and watched it back, and we both just had goosebumps all over.
I did.
Just sitting there watching it going.
I didn't because I'm a man.
Yeah.
I don't get goosebumps.
It's okay.
That's a lie, man. I cry like an emotional pregnant woman.
Yeah,
I get a little emotional.
It's gonna be an insanely cool episode.
No, it's going to be incredible, man. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be so good, and can't wait to share it with you guys in season 12.
It's the stuff that we get more excited about. Great stories.
Yeah, it's a great story.
I mean, go out and kill a big deer. That happens to a lot of people, but stories.
A lot of people killing 211s.
Yeah, not a lot of people killing 211s.
Being 211s and 211 inches,
large deer.
4/8.
There's people that let's just say there's people that kill deer all the time, but there's not always
a great story,
an amazing and incredible story.
Yeah,
that kind of goes along with it. So that's super cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's super cool.
You know, going back to you when you tried to hijack and take over the show when you're in Florida.
Yeah,
you tried to become the host.
Yeah.
When I wasn't there, y'all went out one night. We had a speaking engagement. I couldn't come in the first night. You guys went out without the professional.
Mm-hmm.
How did it go when you were out there shooting stingrays?
Oh, there were no stingrays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We shot a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
y'all shot at a lot of things.
We shot a lot of things. Brett shot at a lot of things.
Brett was struggle busting.
Brett was really.
I love the compilation of misses. It's just don't hit nothing.
Oh
bro.
Gosh, it was. I finally made connection on like my 5th or 6th shot.
Yeah.
Brett, he was in the 20s. He was so frustrated. I was having such a good time watching him.
I love it.
In pain.
I love it.
And then what was even better, and like we didn't have time to put this in the episode, but I'm shooting, and so I hit like 2 or 3 in a row, and I said, Brett, it's your turn to get back in the hot seat. And he's like, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, it's your turn to get in. He goes, you shoot 2 more fish in a row and I'll do it. Thump, thump. And that's when I turned to the camera, and I'm like, Brett, get back in the hot seat, Brett. Yeah, so
you're back up because Adam's out here flinging it, bro.
I got it going, and then night two was a struggle for me. I didn't do very good on night 2.
Well, it's because I was there.
Yeah, I just didn't have full-time bow control. That was a problem.
Yeah. Here's the deal: we did Team Oklahoma versus Team Michigan, but the problem was Team Oklahoma ran camera all night.
Yeah,
so there's only one member of the team.
Yeah.
And we
still won.
We beat the crap out of
the
them.
Pants off of them.
Oh, bro, me and you.
They was nude when they got back to the dock.
They did.
Just beat the pants off of
We
them.
did. They had no clothing on. Actually, it started that way. Brett started with no shirt on, and I had to be like, "This is a family program. Go put your clothes on, son."
Highly professional.
But it was an incredible trip. We went and just talking about this episode. This will be episode 12 of this season. And we went with our buddy Doug, who works with is the owner and head chef of Ours Creole Smokehouse in Tarpon Springs, Florida.
And he's.
Did I tell you I was flying back? I don't even remember where I was flying from. I sat next to a lady from Tarpon Springs.
No.
Yeah. I sat next to this lady from Tarpon Springs. We get to talking, and she's like, "Yeah, flying." I told her I flew into Tampa the other day or something, and she's like, "Oh, I live by Tampa." And I said, "I got a buddy that lives in Tarpon," and she's like, "I live in Tarpon." I was like, "You ever ready at Ours Creole Smokehouse?" And she's like, "You know what? Me and my we were just talking about needing to go there." And I was like, "All right." So like, totally.
Let me tell you.
Oh yeah. It's unbelievable food. If you're ever in Tarpon Springs, Florida, just north of Clearwater.
If you're in Tampa, it's worth the drive.
No, it's worth 40-minute drive.
It is
through
easily
Clearwater.
worth it.
It is so good, man. Incredible food. But Doug cooked the stingray for us. And
it doesn't make you mad that he's like, no, I've never cooked stingray before.
I know.
And it comes out like that.
It was unbelievable.
It's just like,
I know.
Gosh. I mean, incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It was so good.
He smoked it.
And then he also did those elk short ribs.
Oh, yeah. That was the first time I had cheated on the diet. And I felt like I was going to explode.
Yeah.
I went from eating 100 calories a pop to a 5-course stingray dinner.
It was so good.
And it was unreal.
It was so good.
I mean, just unreal. My mouth's like,
I'm ready to go back. And we both fished with Twisted Limbs Bow Fishing. We want to make sure we throw that out there too. Night 1, they knew I wasn't going to be there, so they gar-holed you.
They did.
Because you literally shot a gar that night in the middle of the ocean.
In the middle of the
You shot a long-nosed gar in the middle of the ocean.
And tagged him, too.
Oh, yeah. No, you made a great shot shooting a gar.
It was awesome.
Makes no sense. He wasn't anywhere near fresh water. But what was cool, too, is we're out, man, and I was there, and I'm just like, man, I'm smashing stingrays. I shot well. I shot well.
Yeah.
PSC hooked us up, dude. Remember PSC too? We kind of so PSC's our archery sponsor, our bow sponsor. Called him up, asked Cade, said, "Hey, you want to go with us?" And he wasn't able to go with us. But he's like, "You guys need some bows?" And I was like, "Man, we'd love." So they shipped us 4 of their Mud Dog bows.
Yeah.
Shipped them down to us, and so we got those, able to take them out. It was an incredible time, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we did that. And then went with went with Twisted Limb bow fishing, and night one the
incredible boat.
Oh, dude, that boat, bro,
incredible boat,
so slick,
sweet boat, and I mean, we just had to keep shooting.
Oh,
that's all our job was, shoot.
Yeah,
just keep shooting and shooting,
and we
shooting.
did, and
we filled that 96 quart ice chest up with stingrays.
We just shot so many stingrays, man. It was so much fun.
Made up for night one is what happened.
Yeah, because I was there.
Yeah.
That's what it was, bro. I rolled in.
I'll give it to you.
I rolled in, man. Stingray started to die, you know.
I'll give it to you.
We laid it down.
I'll give it to you.
It was a ton of fun, and great meal, great time, cooking them up. We got to see about a, what do we see, about a 10-foot bull shark?
Yeah. That was the moment where you go, oh, yeah, by the way, I will not be falling in this water. Yeah. I think right after that's when you tried to, like, pretend shove Brett in the water.
Oh, man. I've never seen someone's body lock. I mean, he was just like, he just paralyzed him.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame him.
No.
That was right after we saw a shark that could have easily just...
Yeah, it's about
tore him in half.
Half the size of the boat.
Yes. Gigantic shark.
Big, and then we saw, like, a 6-foot lemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then
we didn't see any hammerheads that time.
No, there was a big shark,
but we couldn't tell what it was.
We couldn't tell what it was, but he was big, like he's 12-footer, and I'm gonna lean towards it's probably hammerhead.
Oh my gosh, no. I'm good.
He stayed. He followed us. Remember that when we were going? He just kind of rode beside us,
just going. Maybe one of these guys will fall out.
Maybe one of these idiots will fall in.
I tell you would have seen somebody walk on water.
Yeah, you'd have just resurrected.
I'd have been
out of that
dolphin
sucker.
out of there. It's like back up onto the boat.
I saw a video of a guy jumping in. He thought a shark was a different type of shark, and he jumped in. It was a great white, and he like jumps on top of it. He's like, I touched it, and he's like, they're like, that's not a whatever. He's like, that's a great white.
That's not a whale shark.
Yeah, and he like panic mode, bro. Full blown panic mode. Got to get out.
At that point, do you just hold on?
I don't know.
You don't, because you hold on to that dorsal fin, you're not going to get around the business end.
Yeah, he's going to take you down and drown you.
It's just going to take you to the depths of the sea.
Yeah.
You're down to Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah, we talked about. We talked about Pirates Caribbean.
Yeah.
You said you gave that a solid 6 out of 10.
I did. A solid 6 out of 10. It's a thoroughly entertaining film.
Yeah.
They get worse though.
I agree.
With each sequel, but the first one's fantastic. I love the first.
What would you give the first one so you're giving the series a 6 out of 10?
I'll give the series a 5 out of 10 because they just get worse and worse. But the first one's like a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's fun. It's a fun movie.
I feel better about that.
It's a fun movie. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. That's good stuff. Anyway, we've got so we're right in the middle of deer hunting right now. You've got deer.
I've got a lot of little deer.
You do. You got a lot of deer moving around.
I've got
right
a lot of
this rut activity.
3-year-old deer.
This rut activity is fixing to kick up this week. This cold front, and you're going to start seeing with some of them does. I think you're going to start seeing some bigger mature bucks are showing up.
There's one spot that we've wanted to put a feeder on out in Wellston for 2 years.
The picture of you and Hurley putting the feeder up's really cute, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did it take? I guess I had it on the whole time.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll have to keep this. No, we put that stand and fill up on that little 20-acre area that's fenced off up there.
Yeah.
And there's been 2 or 3 mornings now where there's been like 6 does at it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're getting.
They're gonna be followed at some point.
Yeah, there's gonna be a buck come in there with them eventually.
Yeah,
so is that up there? So that's where that fenced off.
That's at the top of Chester's, of the far northeast corner.
Far northeast corner. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Far northeast corner, and then I put that feeder in yesterday, like smack dab in the middle of a pipeline clear.
Yeah.
So it's easy to walk into.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Good
Hopefully
moves,
so.
buddy. Good moves, buddy.
I'm a real hunter now.
I feel like you're kind of like, you're not a faux hunter. You're a real hunter.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's the last place on camera. There's one deer out there that I'd be anxious to shoot, and it's that one we saw in Velvet at the very beginning, but he's since kind of vanished.
The one with the kicker?
The one with the kickers on
that's a
both
good deer,
of his
bro.
G2s.
He's a good deer, man.
So
there's no doubt. That's a mid-140s class buck.
So I'd love to shoot him, but the last picture I got of him was September 27th, and it was at Big Tree where I put that bait pile out.
Okay. He's at Big Tree.
He was at Big Tree,
Okay.
which that spot I just put that feeder in is about maybe 2 football fields north.
Okay.
So not far.
All right. Look at you, bro.
Right up the fence line in
Look
the bottom
at you.
of a
You're not
draw.
even don't even need help. You're just doing it.
Just trying to make it happen.
I like it.
Well,
I'm proud of you.
I could see the land disappearing.
Good
so
job,
I'm like,
dude.
we got to do it now.
Yeah, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen right now.
Yeah.
Proud of you, bro.
It's coming along.
Super proud of you. Anyway, so we're right in the middle of filming. Still got a ton of that going on. The week after, we host Thorn Broadheads. Those guys are coming in.
It's always a fun time.
Always a good time. So they'll be here the 15th, 16th. Well, they come in bunch of them are coming in the 14th that night, whatever.
Yeah.
But 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, whatever they're coming in to hunt. So you gonna come out? You gonna be able to be there?
Oh, I'm going to be there the whole time.
Oh, you better be.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done around here.
You're done. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you gotta do.
That's all I got to do.
We're done. We're done. Hey, we're done with. We're like.
No, don't say it. Can't say it yet.
We are 98% done with.
You know what we are? We're editing in November.
I know. We said
Officially.
we'll never do it again. We say that every year.
Officially.
It's not our fault.
No.
We've got some guys that don't turn their crap in.
No. It's.
Here's the deal. If you're ever a pro staffer for a filming hunting TV show, like legit, okay? Like,
yeah.
I'm not talking, no offense to just YouTube based, but I mean, because they got deadlines and stuff, but like networks are like, you don't really have a choice. Like, this is the one that's turned in.
We are going to repeat you.
Yeah, exactly. Which your sponsor's like, hey, we paid you a lot of money not to do that.
Yeah. And we're like, hey, we're just not going to do a podcast for 3 weeks. That's
Exactly.
the luxury we have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is kind of a luxury.
It is.
This is a luxury.
This is just like,
but we had people request. We've had messages of people going, "Hey man, got any new podcast coming out?"
Well,
and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do one this week."
No, I told you it's like the whole like bait and switch thing. You know, we get them hooked.
Mm-hmm. That was the plan the whole time.
You let them run with that line, and this podcast is us yanking the tar out of that thing and setting that hook down in the throat.
We let them swallow it.
Just let them swallow it. This is gonna kill them. We're gonna eat this fish.
Okay. Well, that kind of
got dark.
A little dark.
It's okay.
But we do have 2 things we have to do today.
2 more tech tips.
We got 2 more product highlights. We're going to do one over the CVA Cascade bolt action rifle, and we're going to do one over the Final Descent Outdoors merchandise.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what the other one was on the way here.
That's it.
I immediately forgot.
We're just going to dive into it. Talk about it.
We talked about it yesterday, and I just literally immediately put it away out of my mind. I was like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's all good. Adam, it's been really good to be back, and I know this one's a little bit shorter than normal, but we have stuff to do.
Yeah, we have things.
Dude, it's good to be back. Can we maybe later in the week? What do you got going Friday? Can we do another one?
I don't know.
Okay, let's try to shoot, and then next week. I mean, I'm here all next week too.
Yeah,
you know, maybe we can knock out another couple. Line up another guest. People requesting people like Paul Powers. We still have to get Kendall Jones on again after that debacle. We need to have Brant.
Early in the game.
Brant's got good stories, man. Brant would be a good one too. Brant Hill, one of our staffers, he's got good stories.
Yeah,
we've had. He was there for the Nebraska debacle.
What's the name of his alternate personality?
Bruce. Bruce. We can't have Bruce on. We can't have Bruce on. That's how you get canceled.
That's how you
immediately
canceled. And he's gone.
And Final Descent Outdoors is no longer.
Remember the Final Descent podcast?
Remember Final Descent period?
It's gone.
It's done.
It's gone.
Anyway, brother, I really mean this. I'm so proud of you on your weight loss. You've killed it. You've done way better than me. You've been better than me. I've been it's hard on the road, but no excuses.
Yeah, it is hard on the road.
And then another thing that I'm really proud of you and we'll just kind of throw this in as kind of our spiritual aspect of this.
Mm-hmm.
But the last 2 days, you have unapologetically dove in.
Oh gosh.
And served your church, man. Tell me what was happening at the old First Baptist Church in Wilson.
The old
Oklahoma.
First Baptist Church in Wilson is getting a much needed technology facelift.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting some new.
Do you know things about technology, Adam?
Yes, I do.
I know, right?
They saw that.
Yeah, they saw the need.
They saw that.
And you and your brother Austin, who
Me and Austin,
fought through his gout outbreak, probably.
He's gonna like that little shout out.
Yeah, he will. Love you, Austin.
Fought through the gout.
The only guy I know who's barely over 30 battling gout.
Oh gosh, it's bad too.
I know it is. He's always like, "Oh, my feet are flaring up."
His feet are flaring up.
Stop eating potted meats. Could we shut it down? Could we cut back the sodium intake? What is happening?
I remember the first time I told you, I was like, "Hey, he's got gout." You were like, "Whatever, gout." And I showed you that picture of his foot, and you were like, "Oh my god,
so gross." Frankie, my neighbor, also battles gout. We should have Frankie on the podcast.
Oh gosh,
that may cancel.
That's going to be a cancel. That's going to be hardcore.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you guys volunteered at the church.
So we got going and just got up. They rented a scissor lift, and we had to move. We got a new projector, and so we're moving the projector and running new lines and all things that would have just made Brad Clay's day.
Oh, I would have been unapologetically not happy about it.
No, it was good, and being out there is really good. I just love. They're just really great people.
Yeah.
It's super cool to know people that are around you and that are kingdom minded and want to.
Well, and this is why I was going to brag on you is that they say and we both worked in churches for a long time.
Yeah.
90% of the work's done by 10% of the people. Yeah. And it's easy, especially when we got kids. You got 3 little kids. I mean, you got a baby.
That baby last night did not sleep either.
It didn't, huh?
No.
But you did.
No, Casey is not feeling great, so.
Oh,
I was pulling it.
You did, huh?
I was pulling it.
Oh man,
not pleasant.
Oh man, okay. Well, so that makes it even more awesome,
more spiritually great, more jewels in the crown, as they say.
But I do appreciate your willingness to not just fill a pew on a Sunday, but you're volunteering with the youth, helping with youth, which you got back into youth ministry. Didn't see that.
That's a whole nother podcast story.
I'd love to hear it sometime. We
only am I been teaching on.
We need to talk about our old school. Yes. I've got so many great youth ministry stories. I lost Teddy one time at a Texas Rangers game. That is a great story.
Sounds like a movie.
Oh,
I lost Teddy at a Texas Rangers game.
Yeah, it would be a good short film.
It'd be a good short.
It was good.
Yeah.
But we can dive into all that. But I appreciate your willingness to serve in the local body. I feel like there's too many people, man, that just say, I'm just too busy to do that. I can't do that. And so I think it's really important, to look for opportunities to serve and to prioritize that. Like there was a million things you could have done yesterday, like edit on Final Descent Outdoors and
like put in some H braces that I'm sitting in my yard for.
You could have done that too. Hey, call me when you're ready to do that. I'll be out of town.
Anyway, I want to be out of town.
But I'm proud of you for doing that. You serving and doing what you did there. Honestly, I was like kind of motivated by it because our church did an attendance thing, like in like here's the people in your class, in your small group, and their attendance. Do you know what my attendance is? I teach the class. I'm the head teacher.
Yeah.
You know what my attendance is?
I don't know, like
18%. Because I'm gone so much.
I know, but it's not like...
and I travel to do my thing. So the 18% I'm there, I teach. But
on paper, it doesn't look good, but everybody knows.
Not everybody knows. I feel it anyway. It just is what it is. So
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning into our podcast today. We promise we'll kind of get back on track with it and get it going again. Adam, you look good in that Habit jacket, buddy.
I'm actually starting to kind of get a little hot now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, my gosh. Proud of you. Anyway, Adam, where can people find you?
You can find me on the social medias at Hurley Films. That's HearlyFilms. And I'm on there every now and then.
Occasionally. YouTube more regular than not.
Yeah. Even
That's been slow.
That's
for you.
diminished.
Yeah, I know.
That
You can
been a
find
minute.
Final Descent Outdoors on Twitter and Instagram at FD Outdoors. You can find Final Descent Outdoors on Facebook. You can search Final Descent Outdoors on YouTube as well. Go back and watch podcasts, past episodes, all that stuff. You can also find me on TikTok at @BradClay_Final Descent. Having a lot of fun doing fun TikToks and things like that. Man, if there's anything that we can, pray for you about, encourage you with, go to our website, finaldescentoutdoors.com. Send us an email. Let us know how we can be praying for you, encouraging you. God bless you. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. Adam, good job, buddy.
I
mean,
still
this was
remember how to
smooth.
do it.
This was smooth.
Yeah, it was smooth. Smooth.
It was smooth.
Is that better?
That's on purpose. Most of our unsmoothness is not on purpose.
I don't know what you were talking about.
All right.
But now I don't remember how to make the logo. Oh, there it goes.